Megan Fox.
And Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox writes at PJ Media.
Eat Tucker.
And that was your last.
Damn it, man. I cried for 2 days.
Megan, thank you very much for that.
So, I can explain the bed thing.
If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake. Crawl there.
It's like Jesus going into the temple. He's like, I got a whip! Get out! Get out! The lovely and wonderful Megan Fox. Not that one.
Not that one. Not the weird one that drinks blood in his toe thumb.
Megan Fox.
Megan. And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
She's the devil.
Megan.
Megan Fox.
Megan.
Megan.
Megan Fox.
I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that.
You've never met a like me. You want to tangle? You want to go? Holy sh!
Too much cussing on this. I guess we didn't bleep it, so we got to turn it off. But it's.
You pissed off the wrong woman.
Oh my God! I have been assaulted when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother.
She's the devil.
Not for publication.
The story.
I'm Megan.
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 Megan Fox.
Mr.
Thank
Atkins,
you.
cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Good afternoon. Sorry, my desk is a big, huge mess. Jeff rushed me. I was I was not quite ready to go live, and now I have all this crap all over my desk. Anyway, so good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I was listening to the others, all the others who have been reading this motion, the plaintiff's response in the Maya Kowalski case to the defense and their attack on juror number 1. And what I missed the other night was that I didn't look at all the exhibits. And by the way, if you missed Legal Vice's reading of the plaintiff's response, you really should go back and listen to it. I love listening to Jeff read motions. I thought his reading of it was great. And I love listening to it. And this is why you guys are the most educated listeners. You're the most educated chat on YouTube, because you've not only heard these motions once, but you hear them twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, which is what makes this whole community so much fun. We can hear it from different perspectives. I've probably heard it 5 times now, and I don't get sick of it. I listened to Law and Lumber read it. I listened to Kurt read it, which was hilarious, by the way, because he's finally getting it. He's finally understanding why we all hate JHACH so much. Thank you, all of you, for giving me such nice compliments on my hair. It was a wash day. I had to wash it this morning and do it. So it always looks good on wash day, I think. But anyway, enough about my hair. My father would not appreciate that. Twisted Delogic gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, I do love listening to Jeff read these documents, and I feel like I haven't heard it until I hear Jeff do it. So that was great. I'm so glad he did that this morning. So for those of you, if you missed it, make sure you go back and watch the replay, because Jeff always has really good things to say, and I love hearing him say it. All right, so for those of you who missed my interview with Greg the other night when we read it together, we read through his own motion together. Greg Anderson also sent me his book. Look at how huge this sucker is. I thought it was like a coffee table book because of its size, and I'm like, there better be pictures in here. Oh no, no pictures. This is 700 and some pages of text. This is about his record win against GE for $70 million. And I am thrilled to have it. And I hope I can find the time to read it. We're actually going to read at least some of it on my locals channel. So meganfox.locals.com. Please make sure that you are subscribed over there, because it's so much fun over there. We have all the memes you could possibly want. And if you use promo code Maya, all caps MAYA, you will get, I believe it's a free month when you sign up monthly. It's $5 a month. And if you sign up for a year, you can use promo code SQUATS, and you'll get 2 free months for a year. A link to, Nikki, are you talking about a link to Locals? Locals is really easy. It's just meganfox.locals.com. If you are watching on Rumble right now, how you doing, Rumble? I see you over there. I have some good news. I am about to be getting access to the Rumble studio. That's happening soon. All right, here's meganfox.locals.com. Get over there. You can join. And in fact, I do have a live chat going on Locals right now. I just posted it. Is it there? Are my Locals peeps there? Let me check. I can have all the windows open now, which is amazeballs. Yes, I have a live chat going over on Locals, and the memes are hilarious. If you saw today's thumbnail, that's one of the recent memes. We're making a collection of memes over there that we've just had so much fun with. If you are watching on Rumble right now, make sure you click that red join button, and that will take you directly to my Locals page, where you will get all the notifications right away. We also do fun things over there, like we're working on cleaning our houses and keeping our houses clean. So we're doing decluttering streams, cleaning streams, laundry streams. I have all my laundry done. I am so excited that I have all my laundry done. No, Stephen, I didn't send him my giant book, but I'm going to. I'll send him a copy of both, actually. That's a great idea. But his book is even bigger than mine. Look. His is way bigger than mine by like 100 pages, which is amazing. If you missed the interview with Greg the other night, you got to go back and watch it. Let Call Girl says, I love that you don't pay for a house cleaner. I can't afford a house cleaner. I'm medium poor, so I have to clean my own house, and it's always a challenge. But I have been doing better since I got back on the Fly Lady wagon. If you don't know what the Fly Lady is, you've got to check out Fly Lady, the Fly Lady Plus app, and also her website, flylady.net. She's awesome. She helps control the chaos in your house. So if you have chaos, you should check her out. All right. That will not be the last time that Greg Anderson is on this channel, by the way. Oh, and this is really exciting news. So I got an email from Jack Kowalski, and I can't share the whole thing, but I just wanted to say that he said some really nice things about you guys. And I figured he would not mind if I relayed to you what it is that Jack said about you guys. So he reached out and he said, you and your viewers are amazing. People such as you had lifted us up every time we were knocked down during this lengthy battle. That made me feel so good. And I know that it would make you feel so good too, because we were really hoping and praying that the Kowalskis knew what we were doing here and knew that they had support, they knew that there were people out here who believed them, and who had their back, because this had to have been, I mean, it was the most awful thing they've ever been through, besides losing Beata, having to go through this protracted trial, even getting to court was just a massive undertaking. And hopefully one day soon we'll be talking to Jack and Maya and Kyle here on this program. Obviously the media requests on them are overwhelming, and I had not wanted to reach out because I didn't want to add to the overwhelming nature of what they're going through. But Jack reached out, and I just thought that was great. And I just wanted to share with you guys that the family really appreciates you and has gained something from this community and felt the support. And I'm thrilled about that. I'm so glad that we could be of any assistance and help to this family that we have been watching go through this awful thing. All right. So what I noticed was the other night when I was going over, and I forgot to turn on my banner. Hold on. There we go. If you guys don't want to send super chats because you don't want Google to get a hold of your money, I don't blame you at all. Google is evil, and YouTube takes a big percentage of those super chats anyway. So if you want to send messages through Venmo or Cash App, you can do that as well. It's going across the bottom of the screen. And so you can do that there as well. Just want to thank everybody for showing up the other night for that interview with Greg. It was so much fun. And he is hilarious. He is definitely coming back. I'm going to have him on as much as he possibly can. I was thinking the next time we should watch his cross of Kathy Beatty together, and he can stop it whenever he wants to and tell us what he felt he did wrong and what he wanted to do instead. Because I know it's bothering him. It bothered him a lot. I didn't think his cross was that bad. It ended up not mattering because nobody liked her. So I would like to hear from him what he thought he made a mistake in, because I didn't think it was that bad. But I know that it's bothering him, so I'm going to ask him to come and do that with us sometime. Won't that be fun? Oh, and by the way, I'm setting up the first dependency hearing transcript dramatic reading for tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I may have a special surprise. Sean McMillan, who is a superhero attorney who wins millions of dollars against CPS, may be joining me for that to talk about the way that CPS handles these cases. And I would love that. He's at Caps and Stems Law, and I'm waiting to hear from him if he can do that tomorrow night. Yes, the Chapter 39 stuff for sure. We need to talk more about that. You guys let me know also the things that you want to hear about from Greg. And the next time I talk to him, I'll make sure that we go over all of that. It's so great. Oh, Eastern Standard Time Zone, Nikki. So 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard. Always on New York time here. I feel like every time I talk to Greg, I have a million more things to talk to him about next time. It's incredible. All right, so let me share this with you. So we're going to go back to the plaintiff's motion because I missed some of the exhibits, and I wanted to go over, is it Kissa or Kisa? So the defense has a quandary going on. They have stepped in it. They've really stepped in it because they are throwing stones from inside a glass house. So on one hand, they're accusing juror number one's wife of being all over social media, right? And somehow this is improper. And because she's all over social media, her husband then must know what she is doing. He must be totally aware because she is an agent. She's acting as an agent or something, And I think that the plaintiff's motion and bringing that out and saying, okay, then what about Ethan Shapiro's wife? What about your wife, who is also all over social media? What about her? And I didn't realize that there were all of these posts from her. And see, we did talk about this earlier. Early in the trial, we knew that she had been commenting on social media. And I said I had only seen 2 posts. And to me, it was no big deal. I was like, well, who cares? I mean, if she were my wife and I was the lawyer in the case, I wouldn't want her doing that, and I would tell her to stop. I would ask her to stop. But she has free speech. She's allowed to do what she does. However, the plaintiff was right in bringing it up to say, okay, but what about your wife? Look at what your wife is doing while you are complaining about juror number one's wife. I have to close some windows. I'm getting a little too I'm getting too used to having all these windows open, and I really don't need them all. So let me close some because I'm getting confused. I have too much stuff open. Hold on. Yeah, don't need that. Don't need that. Good Lord, me and my windows. All right, here we go. So we're going to read through her social media posts since Ethan thought it was appropriate to put juror number one's wife's posts all over the place. We're going to look at Kissa. Kissa? What are we going to call her? I think it's Kissa. I've never heard this name before, so I really don't know. I don't mean to be saying it wrong. But here we go. All right. So in response to this person said, Kissa, oh yeah, they were. There's lots of documentation showing many of Maya's nurses and doctors thought she was faking it. One doctor referred to it in her notes as a charade. Kissa responded, I suppose on some level that's true. We've definitely heard evidence that there was a psych component. I guess in light of the report discussed today, done by Dr. Lewis, it's hard to believe that there wasn't, though. Oh, you mean the report that got eaten by a hurricane? The notes and stuff that got eaten by a hurricane? That guy? Allie then responded, Kissa, the psyche cannot be severed from the physiological. One will always be affected by the other, and stress will undoubtedly exacerbate illness. That doesn't mean the illness doesn't exist or that it would not be an issue if the level of stress was reduced. Then Kissa responds and says, that's what wait, where did she respond? Here it is. I was referring to the mom's psych issues, not Maya's. Now, this is very interesting to me because the mom, Beata, she didn't have any psych issues, Kissa, and you should be aware of that. You actually probably knew that because she was required to do a psychological evaluation for the dependency hearing, and she passed with flying colors. There was no evidence that she had any psychological disorders. That was a rumor that was begun by and fabrication by Sally Smith so that she could get DCF to take the call the second time. They made that up. And so it's very disingenuous to me to have Kissa Shapiro, who has access to her husband's case. I'm sure she knows everything there is to know about it. Are you telling me that she doesn't know that Beata Kowalski was cleared of having mental issues? So here she is on Facebook or whatever, Facebook, trying to influence the public by giving out false information. False information. And the plaintiff did not get to bring in the psychological exam of Beata Kowalski because of Chapter 39. And they knew that. They knew they wouldn't be able to bring it in. And so is the defense attorney's wife acting as his agent, trying to influence the public by using false information? Yes, this is in Anderson's reply. It's in the exhibits. This is a public post in the Maya Kowalski Facebook page. She was posting in the Maya Kowalski Facebook page, trying to influence the public. Now, she has a right to do that. She's got free speech. She can do whatever she wants. But how dare Mr. Shapiro go after juror number one's wife for being on Facebook and YouTube and whatever and talking about her opinions when his wife is doing this? And we're not done. There's more. Yep, there's more. All right, so let's go back over here. She was all over the place. Let's see. That's somebody named Tara. Okay, so Tara says, second, there's a lot of government overreach in this country right now. Oh, I agree with that. Slowly stripping parents of their rights. A friend of mine was investigated by CPS for not agreeing with a doctor's assessment for her child and electing to get a second opinion. She had to submit to the original doctor's assessment and treatment plan in order for the investigation to be closed. I do think the jurors, especially jurors who are parents, are going to struggle a little bit to overcome the maternal parental instinct that doesn't want children to suffer in excruciating pain, so a doctor with a God complex can control the narrative. They're all going to have to overcome the hypothetical, what if it were my child? And Kisa responds, again, Shapiro's wife, I'm just going to call her Shapiro's wife from now on. I don't think they're talking about routine amounts of prescribed ketamine here, though. The extremely large amounts Maya was given, especially as a child, could have easily killed her. And we need to be honest. Some parents sadly do put their children at risk. I think it's normal to view this case from your own perspective as a parent, but not one person in this group can definitively say Beata didn't suffer from some kind of psychiatric disorder. The whole story is just sad any way you look at it. Well, that's weird, because I actually think Shapiro's wife could actually say Beata didn't suffer from a psychiatric disorder because she knows she passed the exam. So she's just lying. She's just lying to this group of people and trying to plant this idea in their heads that there's evidence out there that other people, she might have a psychiatric disorder, but she doesn't. She didn't. And also, can we also say, the defense's case is always, it could have killed her. Well, it didn't kill her. So what are you complaining about? She's not dead. Despite JHACH's attempts to keep her from her treatment, she didn't die. She's okay. So this continued, she could have died narrative is kind of ridiculous. She's not dead. All right, moving on. Let's see, there's more here. I had no idea that she posted so much because I had only seen 2 of them and I was like, it's no big deal. But she's basically trying the case for her husband on social media. So annoying. All right, let's see. Ketamine is the only drug that works currently, and it does not work for everyone. Please watch the movie Trial by Fire, CRPS by Charles Maddox on YouTube. Oh, that sounds interesting. It gives a very good education on CRPS. Shapiro's wife responds, thank you, I will watch. Ketamine can also be lethal, though. Yeah, but it wasn't. Shapiro's wife, it wasn't. Considering the alarmingly high doses of ketamine that Maya was receiving, it makes sense to me that doctors were fearful that she could die of that course of treatment if the treatment continued. And the fact that she has improved so dramatically since her hospitalization at JHACH, I don't believe she's had any ketamine since. Does make me question that course of treatment for Maya, not for others with the disease. Oh, really? So others with the disease can have it, just not Maya. And calls into question her mom's mental health. Again, there she is with the mental health. It honestly seems like JHACH potentially saved Maya's life. Shrug. Yeah. I don't know. This was the defense's entire argument. Bad Weather Biker, good to see you. Hello. Says, I want to know why the judge hasn't yet taken Hunter to the judicial woodshed for failing to produce the IJ files. The disrespect and outright contempt was palpable. Yes. I want to know the same thing, and I can't answer that question. I don't know. I just think that I think the judge is trying to do everything he can to not have appeal issues. And they're already accusing him of being more favorable to the plaintiff. And so perhaps that's why. I don't know. Snivels gifted 5 memberships. Welcome those of you who received them to the Fox Den. Nice to have you here. Unhung Hero says, his is bigger than mine. Phrasing. And Marilyn, thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Let's talk about Maya's improvement and how she improved after being at JHACH. You know, she had no other choice than to improve. It was get better on her own or stay in the wheelchair. And I think we learned something about Maya when her physical therapist talked about how she was determined to walk. And so she went home, put her backpack on her back, got on her crutches, and started walking in the hallway at home to train herself to get out of the wheelchair. And she was court ordered not to have any more ketamine therapy, which is really cruel. And the ketamine therapy, I think there's a misconception that the ketamine therapy somehow was healing her. No, it was simply providing pain relief so that she could do the physical therapy she needed to do to get out of the wheelchair. So Maya was required to do the physical therapy without pain relief. She was required to be in horrific pain, and she chose to do it. She chose to do it anyway. Just because she got better without the ketamine does not mean she didn't actually need it. It means she was forced to recover without pain medication. So it was never not possible. It's just that the physical therapist said that she would be able to do the therapy much easier if she had the pain relief. So it didn't mean she couldn't do therapy at all. It's just that she needed it or she was going to suffer while she did it. And so the court forced her to suffer, and she did, and she made it through. And there should be another movie about her, about how she did that and what it was like for her. I mean, that's one of the questions I'd like to ask her is how did you motivate yourself to get through it, to push through that kind of pain? I don't even know how that works. Megan, how's your husband's shingles? Hope better. Shingles can be brutal. Much better. They're going away now. He had a very scary reaction to the valacyclovir that they put him on, that antiviral drug, which I am also allergic to, weirdly enough. He had some really rare complications and side effects, and I had to take him to the hospital. That was the scariest part about the whole thing, was the allergic reaction to the meds. And that brings up a good point. Any medicine can kill you. Any drug can kill you. Tylenol can kill you. You can take drugs from any pharmaceutical drug that's out there can hurt you, can harm you. There are side effects, black box warnings on almost every drug. So the argument that the defense made that, she might die. Like, yeah, well, you might die getting in your car today to drive to the grocery store. But if you're in terrible pain and you've tried everything and her family tried everything, you might be willing to take some more risks. So whatever. You can die by drinking too much water. I mean, it's a scary, dangerous world out there. All right. Let's get over here because I believe there are more. All right, here's another one. So she's just arguing all day long on Facebook. All right, so did Maya die from the high-dose ketamine dosing? No. How many kids have died from high-dose ketamine? 0. Adults, 0. Millions go through cancer treatment with the side effects, and there have been deadly reactions to drugs, and yet chemo is still used. Risk versus benefit. This is a very good point. And Shapiro's wife responds, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the dose they were seeking wasn't offered by any facility in the United States. That's why they flew to Mexico. So what? What are we to believe? That the United States is the only place you can go to get medical care? Because it isn't, especially because our FDA is so awful. Our FDA is just bought and paid for. Oh shoot, I have to send an email. Hold on. I mean, it doesn't just because look, for you've been brainwashed if you're an American from the time you were little that America's the greatest place on earth. And maybe it is for freedom. It looks like it might be the freest place on earth still. But that doesn't mean it's perfect, and that doesn't mean that everything here is better than everywhere else. Because there are plenty of cutting edge therapies and medical advancements being made in other places. And to pretend like we're the only people who have, that Jesus Christ himself practices medicine in the United States is just not true. Where the heck did it go? Oh, my sent ones. There it is. Okay, forward to, who am I sending this to? Okay. Hold on. At Gmail. Is that right? Yes. Okay. All right, that's done. We can get back to it. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so it wasn't offered in the United States. That's why they flew to Mexico. Again, I'm so sorry for what you've been through. Are you, though? And continue to go through with this awful disease. Do you really think it's awful, Shapiro's wife? Because I'm not sure you do. Though I understand the common link of CRPS between your story and Maya's. It just sounds like the treatment pushed upon Maya was reckless. Ketamine can kill, except the defense never showed us any of that. Like ketamine, street ketamine, yeah. People who are abusing street ketamine die, but we have seen none of that in the prescribed by physicians therapy. Even Maya was told she could die from it, but thankfully didn't when she was put into a ketamine coma in Mexico. Regardless, sending you healing vibes and so much positivity on your CRPS journey. Well, God help that person if she ever ended up in Johns Hopkins at all children's, because they wouldn't believe her. If Jesus did practice medicine in the USA, Johns Hopkins would complain he wasn't board certified. Yep. How's my locals chat doing? Where are you guys? Are you over there? Are you guys sleeping? What's going on? Oh, I have to refresh. It's me. It's not them. It's me. I can't see the chat. Hold on. I'm looking for the chat on locals. There you are. I don't know why my chat wasn't coming up. Oh my gosh. All right. So, just catching up on locals chats. And I gotta pop out the Rumble chat too, so it's up on my window. It's nice that Rumble has that ability to pop out the chats. Wait, where'd they go? I popped out the window, but it disappeared. Oh, there it is. It's behind stuff. All right. I'm so excited. I'm supposed to be getting access to the Rumble studio today. I was hoping I could test it out on this stream, but I didn't get the access fast enough. But it should be, I should not have any more problems with StreamYard. Okay. All right. So basically, Shapiro's wife was just spending all day long arguing with people online. I'm so sorry for what you and countless others have dealt with re-CRPS and the difficulty in finding effective treatments. With all due respect, though, I don't believe that's what this case is about. I don't think anyone is trying to prove or disprove that Maya has CRPS. They're not? Well, they decided halfway through the trial that, yeah, they were going to go with she doesn't have it. That's what Shapiro said. It's just about the dangerous levels of ketamine that she was subjected to, in part by her mom. Actually, not at all by her mom. It was the doctors, not her mom. It's a tragic case all around. Yeah, it's a tragic case because JHACH made it that way. It would have been fine if they had just said, we disagree with this treatment and we can't give it to her. And so you'll have to seek that someplace else and let her go. They didn't have to do what they did. They could have they would have had every right to say, we're not comfortable with this treatment. We don't believe this is the right treatment for this patient, but she has treating physicians and, that's up to you. And so we're going to let her go. They even could have called DCF the first time and DCF said, sorry, she's got physicians that are prescribing this. So we're not going to open up a case into it. They should have said, okay. At that point, they should have been like, all right, well, we disagree, but we got to let her go and let her parents get their treatment wherever they want to go. They had a right to decline it, but they did not have a right to keep her prisoner and do what they did and take over her life. Let's go through some of the super chats. Matt, thanks for the super chat, says, doctors said I'll never use my hands again. I fought through, and after 2 years, I'm back playing guitar. We suck it up and push through. Wow. Congratulations, Matt. That is unbelievable. Some of you in these chats, you have the most amazing stories. You have some of the most amazing stories, and thank you for sharing them with me. I appreciate it. This case has brought out so much suffering that everyone is going through with their pain disorders and finding pain relief. And I can finally relate with my neck pain that I'm having, that I'm now that I'm in the slow season and I'm not working like at all anymore because it's just so slow. And no one's hiring in the off season. Now I'm talking about it's getting worse. But no, it's been hurting me for days. It's quite bad. I'm having a flare up. And so I get it. Being in pain is hideous. And I know how it is to ask doctors for pain relief. They treat you like a drug addict and it's bad. It's bad. This system is no good. Unhung Hero says, Jesus clearly practices med from a JHACH dumpster. Duh. And we have photographic evidence and proof of that because, I found that because I'm an ace journalist, and we have photographic evidence that JHACH threw, or DCF threw cake and Jesus in a dumpster, which, is terrible. And they should not have done. Dumpster Jesus does not approve. Hospice Jess, thanks for the super chat, says, oh, there you are, Hospice. I need to, let me see if I can find you in the chat. Wait, chat something right now, Hospice, so that I can mod you. We had this conversation earlier. Hold on, wait. I have to pull up my studio. Shoot, that was the thing I forgot to do. I forgot to pull up the studio on YouTube. There's just too many windows to pull up when you're streaming. It's a whole thing I'm never going to get used to. All right, Hospice Jess, now type something so I can see you and I can give you a wrench. All right, anyway, while I'm waiting for that, she says, per JAMA US, what's JAMA? Spends most GDP on healthcare than other high-income countries, yet is ranked last in access and outcomes, etc. Ugh, sounds awful. It's really not that great. It's not great. All right, there's your wrench. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And we should start asking, why is it so bad? Maybe that's something to start talking to Dr. Corcoran about. Why is it ranked so bad? We spend so much money on it. We have so much freedom. Why is it so bad? AF, thanks for the super chat, says, from the comments on this chat, we have many Jesus slammers. Hell is widening for you. Watch out. Oh man, I think they're not. There's nobody's really actually making fun of Jesus. They're just making fun of JHACH for throwing Jesus in a dumpster. Um. Hmm. All right, KJab, I see you over on Rumble, and you said you hate the highlighting. I think it's highlighting your messages because you're a member of my channel on Rumble, and when you become a member, it highlights your posts so I can see them more clearly, and I like it because then I can see it right away. So, and Rumble, for those of you who are on YouTube and maybe not familiar, Rumble is a great alternative to YouTube, and they don't do any censorship over there. So if you are not a subscriber to my Rumble channel, you really should be, especially because one of these days, YouTube's going to get rid of me, and you're going to all wonder, where did she go? And I will always be over on Rumble. Rumble will never do that to me because Rumble is awesome. So I will drop the link to the Rumble broadcast, and then you can go over there and click on it. And I forgot to I was in such a hurry because Jeff was rushing me that when I did my when I set up the stream today, I didn't I forgot to put a description, my usual description and everything. So I'm gonna have to go back and do all that. That's where all the links normally are to things like my Rumble channel, etc. So I will put it in the chat for you so that you can go over there and download Rumble on your phone and make sure you're following me there just in case. It's always a good thing to have a backup plan, right? And we are on Facebook as well. Facebook users don't generally, it seems like they don't watch lives. They go back and watch the replays. It is all your fault. You were rushing me, and then I didn't do the things that I normally do. So it's your fault. All your fault. I'm holding you fully accountable. Why aren't you sleeping? You should be sleeping. All right. What else did this woman say? So Lainey responded to her, not all people need the high dose. They had tried the lower dosing prior to going to Mexico. My doctor starts with lower dosing and titration up to finding the right dosage for each patient. CRPS and ketamine is not a set dose per patient. It has to be personalized. People want a same dose for everyone, and that just doesn't work. When you have surgery, your anesthesia is tailored to you. Ketamine is that way. I take 150 milligrams a month and get knocked on my butt. So, these people are trying to tell her that, this is not a one size fits all kind of thing. And, she's not listening. She's just continuing to do the defense's bidding here. That's what it seems like to me. Elsie Merritt, my 2-sentence horror submission. Hangry Fox cried for joy as he ate his cake on the bus. Little did he know that the chocolate and joy both summon a JHACH witch to pick him up and drop him. John Stropkins. Oh my God. I find Slightly Neurotic says, I find Rumble isn't as user-friendly as YouTube. I'm technically challenged, so maybe it's user error. It does take some time to get used to, and they're making updates and changes all the time, which are helpful. And I just think that everybody should have it as a backup, because YouTube is not going to let me keep going forever, you guys. I always anger them somehow. I don't know how, but I always do. I don't know what it is that gets them upset, but they're always yeeting me for one reason or another. Oh well. All right. Let me check my phone. I'm gonna make sure I don't miss any notifications from you guys, because Venmo, I sometimes forget to check those. Okay. All right. So they're trying to explain it to her. CRPS and ketamine is not a set dose per patient. It has to be personalized. People who want a same dose for everyone. My doctor has a patient on 1,000 milligrams, and it's like you gave him nothing. People have to understand there is not a cookie cutter dose of anesthesia meds. And Shapiro's wife responds, I do understand that. And again, I'm so sorry. No, you don't understand it because you keep saying that what was being done with Maya is somehow wrong and bad. I'm so sorry for the awful suffering this disease has caused you and so many others. You know, I should try something. I wonder if my voice changer will work because I can use this funny voice for for Shapiro's wife. I want to try it. Hold on. Where is it? I thought I had it open on the screen. Where's the voice changer? Oh, I minimized it, but it should still be open. What's it called? I forget. Oh, voice mod. That's what it's called. Let me open it and see if it works. Okay, yeah. No, I don't want that right now. All right, let's see. Where's the one? I need the specific one. Where did it go? Is this it? No, that doesn't work. Why isn't that working? Oh, how about now? Can you hear? Is it really high and weird sounding? Oh, there's an echo. Hold on. Okay, how about now? Is it working? Is it working? Because you can hear my real voice too right now. That's weird because I turned that off. I wonder why it does that. All right, never mind. I'll have to have Brad figure it out. I'll have to have Brad figure it out. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I know you can hear only my regular voice now because I turned it off. Oh, but wait, there's a voice mod. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Okay. Wait. All right. Never mind. I'll have to test it with Brad. Oh, shit. No, go away. I'll have to figure it out because that would be funny. Amp up the changer if you can. Yeah, I don't know how. Muted boomer. I shouldn't be muted now. I turned it back up to where it was. All right. Let's see. Now I'm going to break it. I know. I should stop pushing buttons. I should stop. Brad's little one is sick right now, and with the the RSV. So IT Goatee has been in the hospital with his little one, but he's doing okay today, and so he's been pretty unavailable. But obviously, because that's really scary. Amber says, thanks for covering this in your awesome interviews. What are your thoughts on why defense forgot their trial story and included so many confessions and admissions in their recent motions? Well, it might have been what Greg was saying, that they had like 4 different associates working on it, and maybe they didn't talk to one another. Maybe they were just I don't know. Maybe they were just hurrying and nobody went over it. I don't know, but they did make a lot of admissions in that thing that is very difficult to understand why they would do that. Okay, getting back over to this. As a mom though, I just cringed hearing that Maya was out into a ketamine coma that carried a 50-50 chance of death. I don't really understand why that was necessary if she hasn't had ketamine since she entered ACH. but now seems to be functioning fairly well. Shrug. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nobody knows how Maya is actually functioning. Nobody knows what kind of pain she went through except Maya. And I don't like it that Shapiro's wife is trying to speak for her. I don't like that at all. And I don't like this 50-50 number because we heard during the trial it's not even an accurate number. That's not a thing. They say that so that, for liability reasons, but that's not real. They've never seen anyone die from it. So how could it have a 50-50? They need to change that those statistics or those odds, because obviously they're not true. If nobody's died from it, I guess they just want to cover themselves, and say that it's 50-50. Wait. What's happening over on local? Someone's feelings are hurt? I don't like that. What's happening over in locals? Are you guys fighting? Are you fighting? Why are you fighting? Wait, what's happening? Oh, Ashley. Ashley, just email me. Yeah, I haven't been over there. What did I miss? Guys, I can't go all the way back. Just tell me what I missed. No. They're like, Mom's home. Oh crap, Mom's here. Kids, knock it off over there. You're not fighting, are you? What did I miss? Oh, yeah. Of course, Ashley. Of course you can. What is your what's your YouTube meet? I need more mods because sometimes not everybody can be here. But the mod rules on my channel are really easy. Ashley, what's your YouTube name? Send me a YouTube so I can see it. I'm the same. Oh, you're the same. Okay. Well, I'm looking for you, but I don't see you. There she is. Okay. All right. So by the way, for those of you who are mods or want to be mods, the rules are really simple. I need you to banhammer the porn bots. And that's pretty much it. And the only other things that I ask you to do are post links that we're talking about when we're like when guests are in, to post links to their channels, and also to allow people in the chat to say what they want to say, including all the cursive words, as Greg Anderson would say, unless they're words that YouTube would come down on us for. Like, for instance, we have to avoid the unaliving word. Okay, I have to refresh StreamYard. This is a StreamYard issue, by the way. This is why I'm so excited about getting into the Rumble Studio, because it's this is definitely a software problem on their end, not mine. When the camera starts doing this freezing thing. So we're going to get up and do squats while I refresh. Hopefully that will still work. If I refresh, will the squats thing still play? I don't know. We'll try it. I'll play that and try to refresh my screen and see what happens. If it stops playing, you'll know it didn't work. All right. But meanwhile, do some squats while I'm refreshing. Okay. All right, here we go.
You impose fatness on you. You did it by going, oh, I want the butter on the popcorn. Oh, I want the butter on the ice cream. Oh, I want the butter on the sandwich. Oh, I want the butter on the salad. Stop eating butter.
Can you just get up, walk 1 mile?
Do squats!
Walk farther. And if you can't walk, crawl, roll, get dragged by a goddamn forklift. Whatever is wrong with you, just move. Ever. Get off the chair, get off the couch, No one is coming to service you while you sink into that furniture, while you become one with the pleather your poor ass got on that Walmart couch. Can you try not floating into sadness? Stop eating, stop drinking, start walking, start doing anything that you haven't been doing, you fat piece of shit.
All right, that worked. Okay, that's Nick Rekieta. For those of you who don't know, that's Nick Rekieta's famous fat shaming, and it works for me. I don't know about you, but it works for me. I like being fat shamed. It helps me not be so lazy. All right. Hold on here. Let's pull the social media post back up. All right. Here's where we were. All right, so then Lainey responded, we have flares. We can have really bad flares. They can last a long time. Also, we are experts in trying to appear normal. Well, that's a really good point. Like, she's saying, well, why is Maya doing so well now? Well, maybe she's just really good at masking her pain from people because she's been living with it for a really long time. You know, people are not going to know when I go out and about right now that I'm in terrible pain, that my neck hurts. I'm not telling everybody. Where I'm not in every store, you know, complaining about my neck, but I can barely, this is about as far as I can move it this way. And this is about as far as I can move it this way right now. And yeah, that's about as far as I can turn it that way. And about as far as I can go that way. I mean, it's in a big time flare up, but I'm not out like, you know, telling every person I meet. And people in pain just do what they're supposed to do. They just go about their business. All right, so then Shapiro's wife responds to that. I think they were questioning the dangerous levels of medication being used, again with the dangerous levels, and seemingly pushed by mom. Well, no, she had prescriptions by doctors to treat the illness, not whether or not the illness existed. Well, that's interesting, Mrs. Shapiro, because your husband then decided to go with she doesn't have it. You know? And so it's interesting that the defense by proxy is arguing on social media that it doesn't matter whether she has it or not. And they're not saying she doesn't have it, but then they do. Yeah, simping ain't easy. I have a pinched nerve too. And the only thing that helps it is walking a lot, which is why I was waiting tables. And, but now there's just no business at the restaurant. So I'm not walking as much. So I'm actually going to go and join a little local gym, and so I can get on a treadmill and just walk every day. I mean, we do walk outside, but it's getting really cold. And on certain days, like right now, it's snowing like crazy. My little Stream Deck is working out great for the cough button. So much easier than going and finding it and having to click. Okay, we saw that one. Is there more? Okay, so that appears to be the end of Shapiro's wife's social media comments, which should show you and which should describe that, like, it shows that the defense using a proxy was on there trying to change public opinion. So how dare they throw the stones while they're in the glass house? Like, stop throwing stones at juror number one's wife for doing the exact same thing. Actually, I would say it's far less impactful for juror number one's wife, who nobody knew was juror number one's wife in the first place. It's not like she was advertising it. She was just a random person on the internet making, with her opinions. Shapiro's wife was using her real name. People knew who she was. People knew. I had been hearing these rumors from the beginning of the trial that she was on social media, but I only thought it was like the one post. But no, it's tons of them. So I think it was great for the plaintiff to call out that she was doing this. And I think it's really crappy. I think it's super crappy of the defense, but of course, it is the dick defense we're talking about here. All right, all right, so there's some other stuff on the docket. Let's go over to the docket real quick. No, I don't want to save changes. No, okay, present. Let's go over to this super secret docket that the defense thinks we shouldn't be allowed to see. The defense thinks that the public shouldn't be able to go look at the docket, or that if we do, somehow we are, there's something, strange about it. But of course, these are public records, and this is available to the public. All right, so down here is this is the plaintiff's response, and I have not gone through all these exhibits, so I kind of wanted to go through them and see what they are. Because there's a bunch of exhibits. So, all right, this one is a letter. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me present this. Let me share this so you can see this. This is from Deborah Salisbury. Dated November 18th. Dear Dr. Katzenstein, this letter is sent to inform you. This is from 2016. And I haven't been over any of this stuff, so I don't know what we're going to find. Let's see. This letter is sent to inform you that I represent Jack Kowalski. Attorney Verenia Van Ness represents Beata Kowalski. Wanted to assure you that you had a copy of the court's order on the shelter review as to visitation by father, sibling, and others dated November 10th, 2016. Some concerns have arisen as to whether Kathy Beatty is providing counseling to the child and whether that is appropriate since you are the psychologist assigned to the case. And Ms. Beatty is the ICU social worker. Lastly, Ms. Beatty has insisted that she be present during every supervised telephone call between mother and child, and may be impacting on the interaction between the child and the mother. Would it be beneficial for you to observe a telephone conversation between the child and the mother? Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Oh, so that's interesting. Oh, IT Goatee Brad is on his way home with the baby, so everything is better now. Thank goodness. Glad to hear it. Should you have any questions, please do not. So that's an interesting letter. So Katzenstein was not doing any of the supervision of the phone calls. And here's Deborah Salisbury saying, maybe you would like to. Maybe it shouldn't be Kathy Beatty. Yeah, this is the first time we've seen this letter. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. And you heard Mr. Anderson say that he is considering getting a website. You won't believe this shit.com. You really should buy that. And dumping everything. And he should, including full depositions. Won't that be fun? We could go for the next 2 or 3 years doing nothing but this content, because there's 3,000, over 3,000 pieces of, not even pieces of evidence, but filings in this case. Imagine how much evidence there is. So that's a new one we haven't seen. Which exhibit was this, though? I forgot which one I clicked on. All right, well, let's just go through them one at a time, shall we? This one is Dear Mr. Zimmerman. Who's Mr. Zimmerman? Oh, right. Mr. Zimmerman was the attorney for Maya, I believe. Dear Mr. Zimmerman, please cease and desist from any and all contact or communications with Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospitals and their employees. We will consider any future communication between you and their and this is redacted, and their employees as violation of Florida Bar Rule 4-4.2. Interesting. Why was JHACH? Wow. Why was JHACH doing that? This is a question for Greg. I'm going to start making a list of questions I want to ask Greg next time we talk, and this is going to be one of them. Why cease and desist with Maya's attorney? Wow. He must have been trying to maybe arrange visits with her. I don't know. What's the date? December 7th, 2016. Why would JHACH send a cease and desist letter to Maya's attorney to stop contacting them? This was before she was released from their custody. So, yeah, Zimmerman was her lawyer. Yes. This is terrible, you guys. This is not good. So I got to ask Greg about that because that's awful. All right, let's go to the next one, 3761. Let's open that. Let's see what this is. Why is it black? All right, it appears to be nothing. That's weird. 3761. All right, maybe that is just a... Let's try 3762. All right, what do we have here? All right, this looks like Plaintiff Exhibit Jack Kowalski et al. National Vital Statistics Report. All right, life expectancy estimates. Is this the data for... Oh, it's a way to assess life expectancy, perhaps. Okay, so that's nothing, no big deal. 30, what was I on? This was 37. I don't know, I've forgotten already. 3762, I think. So let's go to 3763. All right, Department of Health and Human Services. Oh, I love these. I love these documents from DCF and Health and Human Services. That's what this is. Summary statement of deficiencies. Each deficiency must be preceded by full regulatory or LSC identifying information. Initial comments. An unannounced federal complaint survey, CCR, whatever number, was conducted at All Children's Hospital, Inc., a children's hospital, on 5/15/17 through 5/16/17, specifically for review of the condition of participation for pharmaceutical services. The facility was in compliance with 42 CPR 482 requirements for hospitals. So they must have sent a subpoena for information from the Department of Health about the visits to JHACH. Okay. What's the next one? 3764. So in case you're wondering what I'm going over, these are all to the plaintiff's latest filing. All right, we already read this one. 64. Let's do 65. This looks like an email from Beata to herself and to Jack. Hello, Dr. Hanna. How are you doing? Just want to give you an update, an issue, another major problem we've experienced here at the hospital. One of the staff members from ICU, an MD, reported us to Child Protective Services, I believe on Sunday, but not 100% sure. A woman from CPS showed up here with 2 police officers to investigate what's going on with Maya. We were totally blindsided and surprised by her arrival in this investigation. Anyways, CPS, questioned Maya independently, then Jack, then me. As you know, the ICU staff plus pain management weren't doing their job well in order to relieve Maya's horrific pain. She cried and screamed in pain from Friday to Monday. The ICU attending refused to make any changes to Maya's ketamine drip or Precedex drip over those 4 days. They also refused to add any other meds to her POT. When I asked for Zofran or Benadryl or Carafate during those 4 days, they denied Maya of having it, and each time the attending OC repeated the same statement. As we stated previously, we will not be making any changes in her medications. They denied her from having TPN despite not eating and having nausea, dry heaving for 5 days. Finally, I convinced Dr. Smith on Tuesday to start it. So as you know, I copy? What does that mean? I CO each day to the nurses, ICU docs, pain management team, and persistently reminded them that they needed to do a better job in getting my child's pain under control. Oh, I'm sure they just loved that. Because you know how these people just love being told how to do their jobs. This is why they hated her. I also told them how disappointed I was with their care of my child in their ICU at JHACH. Well, be careful, parents. Can't tell anybody how disappointed you are in their care of you in a hospital because they might just take your kid. On Monday, after speaking with you in early AM about the above, you recommended to bring Maya back to you since they weren't doing anything to control Maya's pain. You said you had the day open for her and you could do caudal block plus 8-hour ketamine. Well, I attempted over and over to reach the pain management anesthesia 4 times to speak with the MD regarding his plan of TX for Maya on Monday and wanted to inform him that if there was nothing else they could do, then I wanted to bring Maya back to your clinic on Monday for better pain control. Unfortunately, no one from Maya's pain management team called me back that day. So they're not even calling her back. Also on Monday, I tried calling and speaking with the attending in ICU. I called 3 to 4 times and left messages with nurses to give me a call back. This ICU MD also never called me back, nor were there any messages left on my voicemail, as she claimed that she called me back once and left me 1 message. Can you guys believe this? Monday afternoon, I also called risk management, spoke with Louise, and informed her of what's been going on since Friday, etc. She promised she was going to speak with doctors and team, find out what's going on, and then get back to me with a plan and solution the next day. Holy cow, you guys, this is evidence that Beata spoke to risk management herself. And does everybody remember Dr. Perno, who claims, and he's the chief medical resident or officer, claims that he didn't know about any of this, that risk management never communicated anything to him? And here we have Beata talking to risk management, personally telling her there's a problem, and it was never escalated anywhere. In response to the above, very poor quality of care in ICU, and no pain control for Maya, me and Jack decided that it would be best for Maya to go back to you the next day, Tuesday, to you. So as you know, we spoke that evening. I told you everything that was going on, and you told me that you would be happy to see Maya the next AM Tuesday for ketamine, 8-hour, and caudal block. I was thrilled you still had room for her and was willing to help Maya and us. After that, I informed the ICU attending, Dr. Vos. She's the one who Dr. Vos is the one who said that Beata, she thought that Beata would off herself. She's the one with the text messages. Jeff, check my Twitter DMs. Okay. I'm looking. I don't see any Twitter DMs. Did you say? Oh. Oh my God. Jeff. This is great. Wait, hold on. This is going to be Johns Hopkins' new Christmas card. Merry Christmas from John's Drop Kids All Prisoners Hospital. This is what they should send out this year. Thank you, Jeff. That's a great one. Oh my gosh. So funny. All right, let's go back over here. The only thing that would have made that meme better is if somebody had dropped baby Jesus, like if the little baby Jesus was on the ground. Someone needs to Photoshop a dropped baby Jesus in there. Oh, God. That was good. All right. Let's see. Go to Megan. Go to Locals wants me to go to 3771. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. You want me to go there next? I'll do that next. Okay, hold on. Let me write it down so I don't forget. 3771. Thrilled you'd be able to see her. After that, I informed the ICU attending Dr. Vos that I wanted to have a meeting with her and pain management ASAP to discuss Maya's plan for Monday night and Tuesday AM. After a long while, I was informed that the anesthesiologist was not going to make this meeting. He was busy. In this meeting, I informed Dr. Vos how unhappy I've been with the care Maya received in a state-of-the-art Johns Hopkins ACH, especially the poor management of her pain, DT, Maya's needs not being met for the past 4 days, and no effort from the ICU team to meet her needs for pain control. We would like Maya to be DC'd tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Discharged. They want her discharged. I told Dr. Vos we came up with a plan B for Maya and we'll be taking her to Dr. Hana's clinic Tuesday a.m. straight from hospital for better pain management. I requested an ambulance transfer, but she told me they don't do ambulance transfers to clinics, only to hospitals, so I would need to drive her. Then I said I would prefer ambulance, but me and Jack will drive her then to Dr. Hannah in the a.m. I asked her if she could have all DC papers done by 7:30 a.m., and she said it will be hard, but she will work on it. That was the end of our discussion. Tuesday a.m., we were all packed up and ready to go to the clinic, just waiting for discharge papers. Dr. Vos called us to the meeting about 7:15 a.m., and there were about 10 people in the room. Can you imagine? There were also 2 police officers in the hallway and security person. During the meeting, I said what I needed to say. A lot of air got cleared out. I'm sure you remember what happened during that meeting, since I already told you that story yesterday. Bottom line was they wouldn't discharge Maya, and we couldn't take her AMA, which I couldn't understand. Nor Dr. Vos explained that possibility to me the night before. Well, you know how upset and PO'd I was. After your call later, I followed your instructions and I told Elliot that I want him to take care of Maya and do everything he can to decrease her pain. Since the meeting Tuesday, some things, I don't know what she's meaning to say here, have improved. Dr. Smith, ICU, Dr. Elliott, Dr. Hart are all trying a lot harder to do a better job. They finally addressed Maya's TPN CT scan abnormal, which was abnormal, consulted GI, etc. Squeaky wheel finally got some oil finally, but guess at what cost? Tuesday late afternoon, the same woman from CPS came back because of second call from hospital staff she received that we wanted to take Maya AMA and take her home. That's a lie. I cannot tell you how annoyed I am with the healthcare system, with medical personnel not understanding CRPS, and how heartbroken I am that someone in the ICU would have the balls to report me and Jack for possible child abuse and neglect. I am speechless. I cried all evening last night, basically ready to give up on myself. I cannot live like this any longer. I know you of all people will understand me. I'm bawling now, tears falling down on my keyboard as I'm typing this to you. This disease is a monster, but the people I've had to deal with to fight for Maya's life and health over the last 1.5 years are evil monsters, and they are destroying me piece by piece. Tuesday evening, I had another supervised visit from MD Dr. Smith, who was sent by CPS to investigate this possible child abuse neglect case. I've spent 1.5 hours with her describing Maya's illness from May 2015 till now and all the doctors involved in Maya's care. FYI, she didn't know anything about RSD, CRPS when she first spoke with me. I cannot tell you how devastating this is to us, Dr. Hana. This is just getting out of hand, out of control. Any advice, any thoughts? Have a great day tomorrow. Thank you for all you do for Maya and for us. Koala, I'm pretty sure the jury got to see all of, if this was in evidence, then yeah, they did, but they didn't really talk about this in court. But this email is unbelievable. All right. Locals chat wants me to go to 3771. So let's go there next. Oh, it's another Department of Health and Human Services. This could be about the IJ. We'll see. Important notice. Please read carefully. This is to Kevin Sowers, the CEO of JHACH. Dear Mr. Sowers, institutions accredited as hospitals by the Joint Commission are deemed to meet all of the Medicare conditions of participation for hospitals, with the exception of utilization review. Section 1864 of the Social Security Act authorizes the Secretary of Health and Human Services to conduct surveys of accredited hospitals participating in the Medicare program. If there are substantial allegations indicating serious deficiencies that could potentially affect health and safety of patients. A survey was completed at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital on January 7th through 11th, 2019. It was determined that immediate jeopardy was identified at governing body based on the survey. A copy of the deficiencies cited during the survey is enclosed. Specifically, the facility does not meet the following conditions of participation. Governing body, quality assurance, performance improvement, medical staff, and infection control. When a hospital is found to be out of compliance with one or more conditions of participation, an immediate or serious threat to patient and health safety exists, a determination must be made that the facility no longer meets the requirements for participation as a provider of services in the Medicare program. If the hospital is found to have significant deficiencies and therefore fails to comply with the conditions of participation, we are required to keep the hospital under state agency monitoring until there is a full compliance with all of the Medicare conditions of participation. Such a determination has been made in the case of Johns Hopkins All Prisoners Hospital, and accordingly, the Medicare provider agreement between Johns Hopkins All Prisoners Hospital and the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services is being terminated. Wow. This termination will be effective February 23rd, 2019. The Medicare program will not make payment for inpatient hospital services furnished to patients who were admitted on or after February 23rd, 2019. For patients admitted prior to February 23rd, 2019, payment may continue to be made for a maximum of 30 days for inpatient hospital services. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to not share the screen. Whoops. You should submit as soon as possible a list of names and Medicare claim numbers of beneficiaries in your hospital on February 23rd, 2019 to your fiscal intermediary to facilitate payment for these individuals. We will publish a public notice prior to the termination date. Termination can only be averted by correction of these deficiencies by February 23rd, 2019. Should we not hear from you, we will assume that the situation has not been corrected. If you believe that compliance has been achieved, you should notify CMS and the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration, AHCH, blah, blah, blah. An acceptable plan of correction must contain the following elements. 1. The plan of correcting the specific deficiency cited. The plan should address the process that led to the deficiency cited, the procedure for implementing the acceptable plan of correction for the specific deficiency cited, the monitoring procedure to ensure that the plan of correction is effective and that the specific deficiency cited remains corrected and or in compliance with the regulatory requirements, the title of the person responsible for implementing the acceptable plan of correction. MG Law. Don't worry, I did that on my stream the other night. Just had my dumb face staring at the screen during a game instead of showing the game. It happens. It happens. What are you going to do? Okay. If your credible allegation of compliance is accepted, the Florida Agency for Healthcare will conduct a resurvey, blah, blah, blah. Okay, failure to remove. Got it. Now there's appeal rights. They can appeal it. A request for a hearing should identify specific issues, and here are the exhibits. Here's how to appeal. This is just all how to appeal. Okay, so that's the actual letter from the Department of Health and Human Services. And since you didn't see the top, let's go back to the beginning so you can see the top of it. Here it is. Important notice. Please read carefully. Sent via internet email to case hours from Department of Health and Human Services. All right, let's go back to the exhibits where we left off. That email from Beata was something. Where was I before that? I was at maybe 3765. No, that was Beata's email. Okay. 3766. Evidence record. And this is just a record of evidence that was put into the record. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. 3767. There's 3 pages. Let's open that. What's this? Something from Health and Human Services again. This document functions as the basis of the Employee Performance Evaluation Review System. It is important that an accurate reflection of the position be written. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Responsibilities. Performance competency document. This is just about how they do their performance reviews. Okay, that's boring. We don't need that. 368, maybe? Let's see what 368 is. Oh, now the docket is going to take it. The docket is moving slowly. All right. We have a blank screen again. I'm not sure why. It says it's 4 pages, but we have nothing but... It's like a CIA redaction, possibly. Is this all redacted? I guess that's possible. I'll have to ask about that. That was 3768, I said. 3768 is all black screen. I wonder if it's redacted. Okay, let's go to 3769. The docket must be getting overloaded. Those of you who are here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're headed towards 25,000 real fast here, which is incredible. All right, it looks like this next one is also redacted. So 3768, 3769, we've got CIA level redactions. How about 3770? This is policy, performance improvement plan policy. So yeah, we don't need that. This is not specific to anyone. It's just their policy. 3771, we already read. 3772. If you're on Rumble, make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well. This looks like more of the life expectancy stuff. 3773. Okay, this is plaintiff's notice of filing declaration of Dr. Anthony Kirkpatrick. Exhibit A. This is an affidavit from Anthony Kirkpatrick. I'm generally aware that Florida requires all parties consent to audio recordings. As part of my medical practice, I routinely record certain evaluations and examinations of my patients. On those occasions, I ensure that the patients and parents consent. Maya, Jack, and Beata and I had discussions regarding recordings on those days that I took a video recording of the appointment or evaluation treatment of Maya. At no time was I aware that Beata was recording other conversations we may have had on dates outside of my videotaped evaluations. All right, so this is about there not being in, there was an expectation of privacy, and so those recordings weren't able to be used in court. What number was I on? Somebody keep track for me. That would have been number, was that 3774 or 3776? I don't remember. Let's try 3774. Okay, that's the org chart. 3776. Use and disclosures for treatment, payment, and healthcare operations. Again, it looks like this is policy. Okay. 3778. More policy, performance management policy. 3779. Corrective action. It is the policy of all children's health system that employees make appropriate behavior choices, meet reasonable standards, and not be witches on the 7th floor coven. That's what it should say. Reasonable standards of performance and follow policies and procedures. Following an investigation, if it's determined that appropriate behavior choices were not made, you mean like dropping kids? Hold on, what just happened? The heck? That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Let me try again. Of course, I forgot which one I was on. 778, maybe? No, it was 779. Okay. Sorry, guys. I haven't been through all this, but I figured I would just do it while I'm live because why come back afterwards? Why not just do it live? We're doing it live. All right, here we go. Corrective action will be taken if you're not behaving properly. Misconduct, an act or omission by an employee that constitutes a violation of duties or obligations to ACHS or disregard of ACHS's or patient's interest. Human error, inadvertently doing something incorrectly, like dropping a kid, other than what should have been done, a slip, a lapse, or a mistake. At-risk behavior, behavior choice that increases risk where risk is not recognized or is mistakenly believed to be justified. Reckless behavior, like dropping a patient, maybe. Behavioral choice to consciously disregard a substantial and unjustifiable risk, like placing items outside of the reach of a child who's wheelchair bound so that she falls out of bed trying to get it. This is not a new, this is the plaintiff's exhibits to the plaintiff's filing that we read yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm losing track of time. So this is their policy for what they do. It says an employee who engages in at-risk behavior will be provided coaching. All systems will be monitored to remove reward for risky behavior. Yeah, sure. I don't think they did any of this. Verbal counseling, written corrective action, final corrective action and suspension, administrative leave, termination may be authorized, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so more policy. 33780 is 7 pages. Let's see what that is. Privileged and confidential. To Julio Griffin. Julio? CMS 2567, Statement of Deficiencies. Ooh, this is about the IJ. Attached, please find our response to the CMS 2567 Statement of Deficiencies. You will not receive a copy of the submission in the mail or by fax. You will only receive this email. I would appreciate your sending a return email confirming you received this. Attached with this plan of correction submission is a copy of the QAPI plan. We will have copies of all other documents referenced in this plan of correction on site in a binder for you to review upon resurvey. However, if you wish to review those materials prior to any resurvey, we would be happy to deliver a copy to CMS. If you have any questions concerning this response or additional information, please contact the following. The following actions were taken by new executive leadership as part of an internal action plan implemented prior to survey and prior to receiving the survey report to immediately mitigate the risk of harm to patients and set ongoing corrective action processes in place. Okay, Heart Center. They accepted resignations effective immediately from executive leaders, including President, Vice Dean, Physician-in-Chief, Chief of the Division of Cardiovascular Surgery, Chair of Surgery Department, and the VP Chief of Staff. Holy cow. They had to get rid of everybody. They had to get everybody up in there had to resign. That's usually not a good sign. You know, it's usually not a good sign that you had to get rid of, that everyone had to resign. Is it? Jules says, Megan, please go to 3793. 45 pages, scroll down. It's about what Hughes did to Maya in her depot. What page is the good stuff on, Jules? Let me know what page. We'll do that one next. Everybody resigned. Jules, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Let me know what page you want me to start on. On 1/2/19, the interim president accepted resignations effective immediately from executive leaders at the hospital. So now that also the director of the Heart Institute and chief of cardiovascular surgery, chief patient safety officer, VP of marketing and communications and culture, director of risk management. Holy crap. This is not the IJ report. This is simply this is a letter from an internal email, internal communication about what they did in this situation here. Okay. By 1/4/19, the president of Johns Hopkins Health System appointed the following interim people: interim president, interim vice dean, interim chair of surgery, interim VP risk management. Look at how many people had to resign. Interim director of risk management, interim VPMA, interim VP of marketing communications. Jules, I didn't miss the page number yet, did I? I don't see you again. Oh, page 8. Page 8. Okay. We'll do that next. Let's get to some of the super chats. Bitch Lover 64, Kia Shapiro has changed her Facebook pic and name. That doesn't surprise me. How do you like it? How do you like it, Kissa? How do you like being how do you like people looking into your social media? That's how the juror feels. That's how his wife feels. Bozena Skyla says, Megan, that they don't like her because she's Polish like Beata. I know. Legal Vices, check Twitter DM. I already got that one. Thank you, Legal Vices. And Ashley gifted 1 Fox membership. Welcome to the Fox Den, whoever the lucky person is that got that one. All right. And by the way, thanks for the super chats and the support of the show. I really appreciate that. And Locals is at it again. Hold on. If you guys really, you're missing out on the memes. Locals is so funny. This one says, I fall out of trees less than JHACH drops kids. I love the John's drops kids memes. They're so freaking funny. So funny. Here's another one. JHACH dropped how many kids? You guys are the best. Let's see. There's a couple more super chats here. Hold on. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Blessed in Texas. Megan, I have cervical spondylosis. I'm sorry, that sounds terrible. Same issues as you with flare-ups. Spine team, Texas PT taught me to center pain to spine with exercise at home, thereby reducing it, avoided surgery. See if you can find similar where you are. Yes, I have exercises to do, and I'm going to go join the local gym, so it's easier for me to do that. Dina, thanks for the super chat, says, I just love you. Well, I love you too. Thank you. Appreciate that. What was I trying to share? Oh yeah, okay. We got to get back over to the document that we were reading. This is an internal communication about what they did in response to the IJ report. So they fired everybody. Everybody up in there got fired. And then they got a bunch of interim people. And then the hospital halted open heart surgeries in October of 2018 and subsequently submitted a letter to UNOS of voluntarily elected long-term inactive status for the pediatric heart transplant program on 12/15/18 as a result of an internal Heart Institute evaluation by JHACH. The cath lab stopped performing complex interventional procedures and is now only performing 14 allowed procedures only until further notice. The cath lab staff and providers were educated on the change in procedures being performed via email. Elective procedures are all listed here. Emergency procedures defined as life-saving are all listed here. That they have to stabilize and transfer out. So they were no longer able to do these. Emergency biopsy, emergency septostomy, emergency pericardiocentesis, emergency. Imagine being the parent of a child who died in the Heart Institute and finding out now that it was because of their mass negligence. Because I bet they didn't tell them. Do you think they told all their patients who lost children that this happened? God. All right, so this is just all the rest of the things they did. Process changes, reviewed all cardiac program deaths, cardiac cases, submitted to Surgery Quality of Care Committee, and cardiac surgical patients with stroke or neurological complication. Oh, geez. External review of risk management program, changed reporting structure of the risk management department, implemented a regular schedule of risk manager rounding clinically. Yeah, why didn't they have that before? God, why wasn't risk management doing rounds before? Asking frontline staff and providers about issues, events, and concerns? Isn't that their whole job? And educating staff on internal reporting. Like, why even have risk management if they're not going to do this? Implemented a daily touch point meeting. Oh, you mean so not every 3 months? Daily now. They're doing it daily. Yeah. Between risk management and patient safety. Well, that's a good idea. Should have done that before. Policy revisions, education, process changes, governance, leadership changes. Okay. Halted congenital open heart surgeries. Meeting with all families and children impacted. Oh, so they did. They did tell them. Good. They should. Collaborating with medical staff. Yeah, blah, blah. Mandated new process for reporting. Improved systems for monitoring. Okay, blah, blah. Great. Okay, they did all this stuff. Infection control. Made people wash their hands. That should be number 1 on the list because they weren't washing their hands. For real, that's for real. Their surgeons weren't washing their hands. That's like basic stuff. I wash my hands before I touch a cut on my kid. You didn't wash your hands before you did open heart surgery on a child? The hell is wrong with these people? All right, this is more stuff about governance. And that was from Susan Franklin, Senior Director of Office of Accreditation and Certification. Legal Vices says 3 more Christmas cards in locals. Christmas because Christ is in the dumpster. Did you put them in the chat or up on the Google Docs that we're keeping? Oh my God. Nick likes the soup. Oh my God, look at this one. I got a good one here. This is Shapiro's wife. Ethan Shapiro and JHACH are innocent. Ketamine kills changed my mind. That's so good. That's so good. It's in the chat? Okay, I'm looking for it. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, there's one. Jesus. Oh man. Okay, wait. What is this one? Merry Christmas from John's Drop Kids All Prisoners Hospital. That's good. Oh, it's got a dumpster. Oh my God. They're having Christmas at the dumpster. Look, it's a nativity in a dumpster. Oh my God, Jeff. Oh, that's so good. Here's another one. Dumpster Jesus. Merry Christmas from John's Drop Kids All Prisoners Hospital. It's Jesus in a dumpster. And it looks like, who's this on the floor? What's it? Just another kid dropped on the ground also outside in a dirty alleyway. Uh-huh. This is perfect. Oh my God. It's so good. Oh my God. This looks like zombie Christmas. Look at this one. From John's Drop Kids All Prisoners. Look at this. The one peeking over the dumpster. I can't even. These are so good. Jeff, my favorite one is the one with the dumpster lit up on the inside, though. This one. This is my favorite. With them they're having their Christmas in an open dumpster. Somebody send this to JHACH. They need to have this. They need this. Oh my God. American Nana says, Megan, I did a call out to you at the end of my video. I trimmed my hair, girl, but now may go hotter. It's too thin. If you trim your hair, the more you trim it, the better it will get. So just keep trimming it and it should start getting healthier and less thin. Also, I hear there's some vitamins you can take too. I knew somebody who was taking, I can't remember what they are for, is it keratin or something? Some kind of vitamin that helps your hair grow and get thicker. Legal Vices, thank you for letting me know about the Christmas cards. Blessed in Texas, thanks to the super chat, says, sorry, last chat off topic, cognitive issue. That's okay. You can chat about whatever you want here. Oh my God, these memes are so good. Jeff, that one was brilliant and genius. So genius. Love. The local says, I am deceased. Oh no, it's another one. John Shopkins memes. We went from John Shopkins memes to John's Drops Kids memes. It's so true. Oh man. You guys are so funny. All right, Jules, I promised to get to the thing you told me to get to. 37.93. Here it comes. I don't know what's there. 37.93. Something about Fat Clark Kent, though. 37.93. 45 pages. It's taking forever to load. I don't know why. And it did not come up. 37.93. 37.93. Let's try it again. The docket might be getting overloaded. I don't know. It's just like sitting there loading and loading and loading. No, it's not opening. Is it? Jules, do you have it downloaded? If you do, you can email it to me. I'll put my email up on the screen because for whatever reason, it's not popping up for me. Maybe I should refresh the, here's my email, meganfox.writer@protonmail.com. Any way to send a meme without having locals? Yeah, you can send it on Twitter at Megan Fox Writer. At Megan Fox Writer. Yeah, it doesn't, but it won't even come up for me. It won't open. I don't know why. I'll try again, but it's not even opening. It just spins and spins and spins when I click on it, and then nothing happens. It's still spinning, still spinning. Okay, now it says it's going to let me open it. Let's see if it works. Okay, so go down to page 8. There we go. This says page 14. Hold on, I'm going to share it on the screen so you can see it. Share screen. All right, never mind, Jules. I got it. It opened. I think the docket gets overloaded every once in a while. All right, affidavit of Jacqueline Henschke. I am aware that the defense in this case is requesting the 5th deposition of Maya within the next 60 days. Maya has been aware of this, and we have discussed her reaction over the course of the last 2 visits. I am aware of the incidents during the last 2 depositions which have caused her extraordinary stress. These include an incident where the defense counsel left a photograph of her in a bikini on the screen for more than 5 minutes and appeared to be staring at it as he questioned her. Oh, hell no. Somebody please drop the, in the locals, can you please drop the Fat Clark Kent meme in locals with the bikini thing? Fat Clark Kent, Fat Superman. Can you do that for me? Because I want to show that so that everyone knows who we're talking about. Man, this is terrible. This is terrible. The second involved repeated unnecessary questions concerning her mortality and specifically her reactions to the fact that chronic regional pain syndrome, CRPS, may in fact kill her early in life. There have been, according to Maya, multiple instances when she has had an emotional breakdown during these depositions. My opinions are as expressed in the letter I attached here to as Exhibit A. The opinions expressed therein are to a reasonable medical probability. I have been advised by Maya and her attorneys that at this point, litigation in this case has been ongoing for over 5 years, both in the underlying shelter action, which ended the spring of 2017 after her mother's suicide. It is my opinion, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, when it's all redacted, clearly documented in the records, it is my opinion to a reasonable medical probability that further intense questioning without any means of controlling the questioner would be the case in open, as would be the case in open court, and will result in a probability of relapse. Oh my God. All right, I have to show you the Fat Clark Kent meme that they made. This is before we even knew what was really happening in the deposition. Where did I post those underage bikini pics? This guy should be ashamed of himself. Yeah, she doesn't. Can she sue them for what she did? I'm not sure. I have no idea. But horrible. So Fat Clark Kent is the one that this one is about. All right, let's go back to the document. Exhibit A. Oh, it's all redacted, which is probably the picture, which we do not want to see. Wow, there's a lot of redacted stuff. What the heck is in here? What else could it be? You know, I hope that if Greg can put this stuff up online somewhere, that when he puts the deposition up, he needs to have somebody go in and edit it. So when that the bikini picture is up on the screen, they can just blur it, and so that it won't be that it won't be edited out completely, so that we don't miss anything from the deposition. But they can blur somebody can go in and blur that. which is what they should do, obviously, because that's so wrong. My God. The hell is wrong with these people? Seriously, what is wrong with them? All right, I just got a meme emailed to me. Let me put it up. Hold on. John Shopkins. Oh, here it is. John Shopkins, All Prisoners Hospital. We drop everything for you, including your kids. Miss Cruel. Look at Miss Cruel's. That's great. That Photoshop is so good. And Hunter is dressed up like a vampire. And Shapiro is the Joker. And fat Clark Kent. Dr. Sally Smith should be green, though. She should be green like the Wicked Witch of the West. That's the only thing missing here. That she should be green. Like this. Or wait. I feel like this one needs some tweaking. Only because we need Sally Smith to look like the Wicked Witch of the West. Where is she? I had it up here somewhere. I may have had to delete it because I had too many things going on. Shoot, I don't have it right offhand. But I loved her green. Oh my God, this one is so funny. It's perfect. All right. All right, let's see. There might be another one in here too. Did she send me two? No, that's just that one. That one is great. I need to drop that in the locals chat. That's funny. That one needs to go on the in the Google Drive. Nick, if you're out there, put this one in the Google Drive. So funny. Where is locals? What happened to my local screen? Local. There you are. All right, it's coming. Nick's like, I need that meme. It's coming. I'm doing it now. Oh my God, it's so funny. Locals is so great for meme sharing. It really is. meganfox.locals.com. You can use promo code Maya right now, MAYA, for a 1 month free when you sign up for monthly. And we're doing fun things on there. All right. Speaking of, we've been going almost for 2 hours. I have stuff to do. I need to get going for today. So yeah, she has a lab coat on. It's perfect. So yeah, I just want to let you know what's going to be going on. So tomorrow night, we have the dependency hearing, the first one. We're going to be doing a dramatic reading of that. I'm going to have the usual crew here. I think Chandler Remington's going to be here. Flux is going to be here. And I think Mo in the Deep End is going to be here. And also possibly Sean McMillan, who is the CPS attorney. He sues CPS in California and in Arizona. And he's Rachel Bruno's attorney. He's won multi-million-dollar awards from CPS. And I really want his opinion and on this dependency hearing that we're going to read through, and how the judges behave and how the lawyers behave, and find out from him, is this typical for what you've seen? Blessed in Texas, thanks to the super chat, says JHACH counsel narrowed their stance so narrowly to justify everything they did that they sit inside a block of ice having an eye migraine. They also changed their story a million times. They changed their story so many times that it's just hard to understand. All right, I will probably do a post-stream locals only after this for a little bit, just for a little while. But I do have to get up and walk and move and stuff because I'm starting to get really stiff and I don't want my pain to come roaring back. I've had a rough couple of days with my shoulder pain, my neck pain and stuff. So, hey, locals, let's do a yoga stream. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a yoga stream after this. We'll do some yoga with YouTube. It'll be fun. Okay, so get your yoga pants on. Get your yoga pants on and meet me over on Locals. meganfox.locals.com. And I'll be over there. All right. So tomorrow night, 9 p.m., don't be late. I will be here. And we'll be doing the dependency. We're going to go through all the dependency hearings in this case because we have them all now. And we're going to, it's going to be great. Not tomorrow night, but we're doing the first one tomorrow and then probably do one a week until we get through them all. There are 1,000 of you here. Please make sure that you hit that like button on your way out. How many likes do we have? I can't tell. Only 518? I feel like we can do better than that. I feel like you can do better. Can't you do better than that? 519. Are your thumbs broken? Or do you have toe thumbs? Were you born with toe thumbs like the other Megan Fox we don't talk about? Are they incapable of hitting that like button? Because there's like 1,000 of you here and only 529 of you? No, come on now. Like the stream on your way out. I'll play the outro for you. I'll play the fun one that everybody likes. And don't forget to do your squats. And meet me over on Locals. If you want to join today, use promo code Maya for a 1 month totally free on me. And sign up now because we're going to do yoga together. It's going to be fun. All right. Where's my show end? Why can't I find it? Where is it? Intro? There it is. Okay, guys. See you later. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
I was so lost, my world is near its end. I almost felt my head is full of a million choices. I am alive, I'm not here to pretend. I love my friends, my heart is filled with a million voices. Oh, this road has many choices. Oh, and my heart, million voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say. No, I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say goodbye. This time I know my road is near its end. I almost felt my head is full of a million choices. I am alive, I'm not here to pretend. I love my friends, my heart is filled with a million voices. Oh, this road has many choices. And my heart, million voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say. No, I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say goodbye.
So I take it that you've
Johnny's
seen
problem is he
Tamara
should
John's
come
better
storming
before.
in there with
Yeah.
a string of
Do you
garlic
recall what
and
we
some
went
holy
into
water.
Mr.
And a
Jepson's
cross,
first
a crucifix
session?
one.
May the
Do you
power of
recall,
Christ
or no,
compel you.
No, I don't.
You
So
realized
Miss
his house
Hubbard,
was infested with
just up for
succubuses,
that,
and
there's a video here with you of what it, yes. Do you
Suck
recall
you
what that was there
loaders.
when you arrived in the afternoon? I don't remember seeing it now. So while she
No
was it
wonder
this
he
video
said
you met?
drown her before you
No,
burn
I don't
her.
remember.
Oh my god.
All right. Your next witness?
Now I know
Witness
why you wanted to
Melanie
drown her.
Iglesias, and that
Next
is
witness
also
lives in
by
Romania.
video.
Is that correct?
That begins with Miss